Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I am back with another video, and this time we're going to be doing a really pretty set of flame nails which has been trending for a while now. For my acrylic, I'm going to be using the Young Nail acrylic system, which I'm using the Core Clear, their monomer, and also the protein bond. So as you can see, we've already applied the nail tips, prepped the nails, and all that good stuff. We're just going in with the primer. We're applying that on all of the nails. And for this look, we're going to be using these holographic flames, which you can find on Nail Supply Glamour's website. So the first thing that I'm going to be doing is just adding a thin layer of acrylic over all of the nails, because just like any other set, when we encapsulate anything, we want to do that acrylic underneath. That way, next time whenever she comes back, if she wants to do something different, we can just file away the flames. So again, we're just going to do a thin layer of acrylic, and at first I was making it fairly thick, but for the rest of the nails it's gonna be a little bit thinner, just because at first I wasn't really just thinking about what I was doing because we were sitting there running our mouth. But again, this is the Core Clear acrylic by Young Nail, which this is my very first time using it. I had heard a lot of good things about it, and y'all, like, it goes on so smooth. It's not as runny as the Mia Secret acrylic system, which is what some people don't like about it. So this one really goes on so good. As you can see, it keeps its shape a lot better, which obviously means that it's not as runny. So I do highly recommend it. Again, that is the Core Clear, and they do have a lot of different colors, so I'll be sure to leave the link in the description to the acrylic system. Just know that it is a little bit more on the expensive side compared to the Mia Secret. But anyways, again, we're going to just be applying a thin coat on all of the nails of this acrylic. Alrighty, so once we've applied the acrylic, we're going to go in with the flames, and you can either apply them like coming from the cuticle area or coming up from the nail tip. So that's what we're going to be doing. And I'm just using a pair of nippers to kind of get the decals off the little paper, and just kind of, get random ones depending on the size of the nail. So of course you don't want to get a huge one for the pinky, so make sure that you take into consideration what nail you're gonna put it on. But as you can see, I'm just applying the decals right at the tip, making sure that it's not just hanging off the nail too much, because then the acrylic is not gonna go on good. And then also you want to make sure that what I did once I applied them is like they're still lifting because they don't stick on the nail really good. So once I've already positioned the decals where I want them, or the flames where I want them, I am gonna go back in and just make them stick down really good with glue, just because if I was to just go in and apply the acrylic just like this, I would have to make the nails really thick, because the decals, they just would not stick down. I don't know if you can really tell, but they would not stick down to the acrylic. So you do need something else to make them stick to the nail really good, because once we encapsulate them, again, we don't want them coming up, because if so, we would have to apply a lot of acrylic just to encapsulate it. So again, right now I'm just positioning them where I want them, and then you will see me come back in and glue them down basically where I need to. So to glue them down, I'm going to be using the And now what I'm doing is I'm just going in and applying just some tiny like little flames, just so the top won't be so empty. And then again, after this, I'm going to go in with the glue. So for the glue, I'm going to be using the KDS glue, and it is going to get a bit messy because my fingers are going to be getting stuck to the nail, but I have to hold it down. And when I tried doing it with the nippers, like, it just would not stay down. So as you can see, I press it down with my fingertip and then let it go, but it kind of did help. But again, it was messy because I had glue all on my thumb. So we're gonna do the same thing for all of the nails. Again, just make sure that you glue them down really good, because you don't want them to slide off whenever you come back to apply the acrylic to encapsulate the flames. Alrighty, so once the flames are nice and flat on the nail, we can go ahead and encapsulate them. We're using that same Core Clear acrylic by Young Nail, and we're just going to encapsulate the flames. As you can see, you're able to tell when the flames are completely encapsulated into the acrylic once they start looking dull. If they still look really holographic and it gives you that rainbow effect, then that means that the flame is not encapsulated in the acrylic, which means that if you come back to file, most likely you will file off the decal. So make sure that you're applying enough acrylic, make sure that you have enough acrylic at the tip, and also make sure that you have a nice apex, because remember, if your nail is too flat around the cuticle area or like in the middle, then if you hit your nail on something, most likely your nail will break off. So again, we're just encapsulating the flames, making sure that they are fully or completely inside the acrylic. As you can see here, like on the left side, we still have a little flame that was outside the acrylic because we can still see how shiny it was. And then again, once you have them fully in the acrylic, you will see how they get so dull. But then once we apply the top coat, of course, you know, they'll get its shine back. So we're gonna go ahead and do the same thing on all of the nails. Really nice and simple, but this look has been really popular lately, so that's why I've been wanting to you know, get this video out to you guys. But I did get some decals on Etsy, and then the other ones I got from Nail Supply Glamour. So they have all type of colors, and I'll be sure to leave the link down below. And then again, make sure that you fully encapsulate the flames into the acrylic, because if not, you will file them off whenever you come back in with the e-file or even the hand file. Alrighty, so same thing for the other hand. We're going to go ahead and apply the thin layer of acrylic over the entire nail, and then we're going to come back and do the decals, and then we're gonna encapsulate them. So we're gonna go ahead and finish this hand off. And as you can see, I'm not making the acrylic super thick this time, just because the first nail that I did on the other hand, I think I did the acrylic a little too thick, but you know, I was able to make it work. Like, it still looked the same. So just a thin layer of acrylic on all of the nails, and then apply the flames, glue them down, and then encapsulate. Also, make sure that before you apply the decals or the flames, that the nail is completely dry, and then just make sure that you place them down, make sure they're nice and flat, and then if you need to add glue, then of course you can do so. I'm gonna go ahead and do one at a time this time, instead of placing them and then coming back and doing the glue. That way I don't have to, you know, work harder. So again, just use either a pair of nippers, or you can use a little pair of twisters, whatever you have available, but I just ended up grabbing these nippers, but they help to get the flames off the little paper, and then it also helps with placing them on the nail. So I do suggest that you use something. And then my nails are pretty long, so that's why I was having a hard time too trying to grab them, so they did help a lot. But again, we're just gonna go ahead and place them down, glue them down, and then we'll go back in with the acrylic.
Oh my God. Look at me. That's fine. Tell me that ain't fine.
It is. Alrighty, and I'm just going in with the Young Nail Cuticle Oil, and we're just gently massaging that on her cuticles. Alrighty, y'all, so here is the final look. They turned out so pretty, so freaking shiny, and we are just in love. So as always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at GetNail32, and I'll see you guys next time.